Hi everyone, good morning and welcome to my channel. Today marks the 1 year anniversary of me being on YouTube. I am so super shocked that I have made it this far, and as a thank you for joining me for this whole entire year, I thought I'd do a Q&A and let's get started. I jotted down most of the questions that you've asked me on social media and on YouTube, and hopefully I got them all, and hopefully this will be an enjoyable video for some of you. And get some coffee, get some tea, and let's schmooze. So I have my paper here with all the questions. The very first question that I got and that was asked throughout, so many people wanted to know the answer to this, is what made you start a YouTube channel? Like, what was your motivation? Why would you do it? So the answer really is, for people who actually really know me in real life, this is completely out of my comfort zone. I'm not a person that puts myself out there. I thought about this for years, for a very, very long time. I myself watch YouTube a lot, especially, having kids, and I love watching mommy channels like mine. And I always saw this void. I thought that I would love for there to be something for Shabbat preps and holiday preps about Jewish holidays. And I really didn't see that much content for moms like me. And I thought, what a great idea if somebody would do that. I would be so interested. I know other people would be so interested. And after waiting years and years, I thought, you know what, let's just rip off the band-aid. Let me just do it. Let me see if anybody's gonna like it, if anyone would even want to watch me. Like, I just did it. On a whim, I just did it. The very first video that I even posted was not even of me. It was of my oldest daughter, just to see people's reaction, just to try to see how to even upload a video. I'm still learning a lot about YouTube and how to edit. I'm not perfect at all. I'm just a mommy who is, this is like an extracurricular activity for me. So why I started it was because I just saw a void and a lack in the YouTube world of mommies like me. Now there are a few channels out there like mine, which is very nice to see, and I love watching them as well. So hopefully that answered your question. The next question was, where are you originally from? So I'm originally from Tashkent, from the capital of Uzbekistan. I was born there and I came to New York when I was 6 years old, and I've been here ever since. How do you balance your work, kids, and cooking? Don't we all struggle with that? I mean, I don't know if it's a balance. I struggle just like anybody else. It is hard for me just like anybody else. But what really helps me and grounds me and organizes me are making lists, as annoying as it may sound, but just to see everything on paper, or even if you do it on your phone, on a calendar, just to let me know when I should do things, at what time, what to expect when, just so that it's out of my head and onto a piece of paper, and I could always reference to that. So that really organizes my day, my week, my month. And the way that I do it is I just do it. We have no choice, right? We're moms, we're wives, we have careers. We just have to do the things that we have to do, and we just have to do our own best, not anybody else's best. Nobody should look to anybody else, including me, and try to strive to be like somebody else. We just can be the best that we can be. If all I can do in a day is just to get up and wash my dishes, then that's a huge accomplishment. Everyone has different things that they are going through in life. So we can't really base our lives on what other people can do. So that's the way that I balance work, kids, and cooking. I just have to get it done. People depend on me, and my kids depend on me. So I just do it. We just have to make that conscious decision to just do it and get it done. The next question is, was it hard raising twins? How did you prepare for it mentally and physically? And is it even possible to prepare for it? So finding out that I was expecting twins for the very first time was a shock. I didn't know how I would manage, but in retrospect, I'm seeing it as a blessing that I actually had twins first, because if I had a singleton first and then twins, I would have been even more shocked, because now that I have a singleton and twins, I can see the difference. It's, for me, it was so much easier with my singleton than with my set of twins. How did I prepare for it? I watched a lot of YouTube videos, believe it or not. They had such great examples of, you know, how to set a schedule for your kids, which was a lifesaver, to just set them on a similar schedule. I read books, what to expect when you're expecting. I asked a lot of other twin moms, and I was just so excited to have my babies that it was just nice. I was just happy. So how do you prepare for it mentally? You know, it helps to be on the same page with your spouse also, that he's going to be helping you, and if you can afford to hire somebody to help you, that's even greater. I didn't have anyone with my first set of twins. Thank God my parents and my in-laws helped me a lot, and my husband was a huge help. And yeah, that's all I can really say about that. So the next question is a big one, and it is, what advice would you give your 20-year-old self? And at the age of 20, we're so young still. And for me, going back to that time, I was just about to get engaged and get married. And for those of you that know me personally, in my personal life, I struggled for 6 years to have my babies. I struggled with infertility, and that was such a hard time in my life that I feel like it has absolutely made me the person that I am today. It's a topic all on its own. It's a video all on its own. But I would tell my 20-year-old self that I'm gonna be okay. You're about to embark on a very hard journey, but you're gonna make it out of it. The next question is, I know you are a nurse. How do you keep things together and still be sane? So yes, for those of you who don't know me, I'm a registered nurse and I work in the school health setting. So I'm a school nurse, which is amazing because I have a very good schedule. I'm off in the summers, I'm off all these breaks throughout the year. And how do you keep things together? I have a very good schedule, so I'm able to manage. And how do I stay sane? I think I touched upon that in my earlier question. I just try to be as organized as I can. It doesn't mean that my house looks perfect. Believe me, I have laundry lined up. My kitchen is a mess. My bathrooms need to be cleaned. But we just pace ourselves and we create a schedule for ourselves. If there is no plan, there is no plan to get something done. So once you create a plan, you know what needs to get done and you slowly work towards that goal. Do you live next to your family, supportive friends, or community? Yes, I do live close to my brother. He is in the, I guess, the area where I'm closely living to, and we do have a very nice community. We have a shul that we're a part of, and a lot of nice young couples that are around us. So yes, I do live next to family and friends. The next question is, hi Sonia, how do you time and manage all of Shabbat, from the prep time to the menus and right through Saturday night? So again, I make lists. I just make a list of what my meals are going to be, what my shopping list should be. On Thursdays is when I cook the majority of my food and I put them back into the refrigerator. I come home, I finish up my salads, I place everything on a warming tray right before Shabbat. Shabbat, we're just like unplugged, relaxed, and we enjoy the time that we have with our families now. And on Saturday nights, we do something small, maybe like popcorn and a nice show or a movie, a stroll around the block. It's just very nice and peaceful. I love Shabbat just to have that moment of just to yourself and to your family. The next question is, hello Sonia, how do you make your food look so beautiful? It's very few the times that I have seen such beautiful dishes. Where do you find the inspiration? Which is so sweet. I just like good food. I myself am a very picky eater since I was very small, from what my parents say. So when I try to cook something, I need to have lots of flavor in my food, lots of spices. For those of you who've watched my cooking videos, you see that I use a lot of spices heavily in my dishes. And the way that I get inspired is by other people's cooking. My parents, my in-laws, they've all had a hand in how I cook myself. How do you stay fit? This question comes to me almost every time I see your videos. Your food is so tempting. So, contrary to what you see, I don't always like eat an 8 box of donuts, or like right now making hamantaschens. I don't eat all of it. I may give myself a treat and I'll have one or two, but that's it. How do I stay fit? I really try to do some exercises, but to be honest with you, it does not happen as often as it probably should. But I try to make good choices. I'm working on myself just like everybody else. I try to have a good intake of water. It's a struggle and we just do our best. Do you do this professionally? YouTube, no, YouTube is not what I do professionally. This is something that I just dabble in. It's a nice creative outlet for me, and I just enjoy doing it for the time being. What the future holds, I don't know, but for now, I love being a nurse. I love going outside of my home and working every day. So, no, not yet. Hi, Sonya, did you always have a special talent and love of cooking? Were you always good at it, or did it take you years to develop to make it look and taste as delicious as your current recipes are? I ask because you make it look so easy and effortless, which is so sweet. I started cooking, I would say, at around 14. I remember the very first thing that my mom taught me was how to make a soup, which is very simple. She just said you have to throw all the ingredients in the bowl, put some water in it with spices, and that's the very first thing that I learned. And throughout the years, I just developed a sense of, what kind of recipes I would like and how I would like to make them. And it definitely evolved. I was never just those little 7-year-olds that you see on MasterChef that always were in the kitchen. No, I only started to really get involved in cooking and experimenting with flavors and different dishes after I got married. So it just took time and years of practice. I get really anxious and stressed out. Do you have any tips on making it enjoyable to host? So I also get very anxious when I have to host because you always want to show yourself in the best light, right? You always want to present to your guests delicious food, great ambiance, and you want to be a beautiful and good hostess and have beautiful dishes to show. And the best way for me is to, again, just organizing myself on what exactly I want to prepare, how I want to prepare them, how long it will take me to prepare everything. I try to set up my home before the day. So if I'm hosting somebody on Shabbat, I try to get everything ready on Thursday, washing the bathrooms, cleaning up my kitchen, setting up the table if I can. And that just creates less anxiety for me on the day, that I know at least the house is somewhat cleaned. Of course, the kids will mess everything up, but the deep cleaning happens the day before, and I just pace myself, and as long as I have a plan, there's a plan to execute the plan. And that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video with this Q&A. If you have any other questions for me, leave them in the comments below. Maybe I'll do another Q&A. This was a little bit nerve-wracking for me to film because it's completely out of what I normally do. So I hope you guys liked it. If you did, give this video a big thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.